Today's video is going to explore a fascinating hypothetical scenario. What if Napoleon had won the Battle of Waterloo? Now, before we dive deep into this alternate history, let's quickly refresh our memories about the actual events that unfolded on that fateful day, June 18, 1815. In our reality, Napoleon Bonaparte, the great military strategist and Emperor of France, faced off against an alliance of European powers led by the Duke of Wellington and Prussian General Blücher. The Battle of Waterloo, fought near the town of Waterloo in present-day Belgium, was a decisive moment in European history, marking the end of Napoleon's rule and the beginning of a new era. But what if things had turned out differently? What if Napoleon had emerged victorious on that battlefield? Well, let's take a journey into this alternate reality and explore the potential consequences of such an outcome. But, before we go into the main video, if you appreciate these kind of videos, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications because we have more videos like this in our channel, and many more coming soon. First and foremost, Napoleon's victory at Waterloo would have prolonged his reign as Emperor of France. With the European powers defeated, he would have solidified his grip on the continent, expanding his empire and consolidating his power. The consequences for France would have been significant, as Napoleon's continued rule would have meant a continuation of the Napoleonic Code, a legal framework that provided equal rights for citizens and laid the foundation for the modern legal systems we have today. On the international stage, a victorious Napoleon would have posed a significant threat to the balance of power in Europe. With his military genius and ambitious nature, he would have sought to expand his influence beyond France's borders. This could have led to further wars and conflicts as other European nations scrambled to defend their territories and maintain their sovereignty. One fascinating aspect to consider is the impact on the Industrial Revolution. The defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo allowed the British Empire to dominate world trade and expand their industrial prowess. However, a Napoleon victory would have disrupted this dynamic. The French Empire under Napoleon was known for its modernization efforts and technological advancements. With the resources and captured territories at his disposal, Napoleon could have potentially propelled France to the forefront of the Industrial Revolution. This could have drastically altered the balance of power globally, resulting in a different distribution of wealth and influence among nations. Furthermore, a victorious Napoleon would certainly have had a profound impact on the map of Europe. The borderlines and political entities we are familiar with today would have been reshaped by Napoleon's territorial ambitions. It's likely that he would have redrafted the map of Europe to reflect new French territories and establish satellite states under his control, much like he did during his earlier conquests. This would have redefined geopolitical relationships and alliances, potentially leading to new conflicts and rivalries. Another intriguing aspect to explore is the potential impact on colonialism and the New World. With his vast resources and military might, Napoleon may have had the ability to challenge the dominant colonial powers of the time, such as the British and Spanish empires. This could have resulted in a reconfiguration of colonial territories and the spread of French influence across the globe. We might have seen a parallel universe where French became a more widely spoken language and French culture had a more extensive impact on the world. In terms of Napoleon's legacy, a Waterloo victory would have cemented his position as one of history's greatest conquerors. His achievements would be celebrated even more fervently, and his status as a legendary military figure would be further elevated. The impact he had on military strategy, governance, and culture would have echoed throughout history, inspiring future generations of leaders and shaping the course of world events in unique ways. Of course, it's essential to acknowledge the countless variables and unknown factors that could have come into play had Napoleon won the Waterloo. History is a complex tapestry, and altering a single event can have a cascading effect with unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, exploring alternative histories like this is a thought-provoking exercise that allows us to speculate and ponder the intricate web of causalities that shape our world. And, as we wrap up today's video, let's take a moment to appreciate the profound impact that the Battle of Waterloo had on human history. It truly was a turning point, and the ramifications of that day continue to ripple through time.